So guys, today we will be doing a comparison kay ITEL S23 4G at INFINIX Hot 30i. So kung gusto nyo ma-check ang unboxing and review ni ITEL S23 4G at INFINIX Hot 30i, ilalagay ko po ang link sa baba. Before that, tumawag ka pala sa ating channel and inviting you to help me reach my first 1K subs at may giveaway pa rin ako sa 1 lucky subscriber once we hit 1K subs. So hit that subscribe button guys and pasundok naman yung bell icon para ma-notify ka naman pag may bago tayong upload. So ito na nga ang dalawa sa pinakasulit na budget level phone ngayong taon. Ang variant na nasa atin ngayon, Mystery White for ITEL S23 4G at Diamond White naman para kay INFINIX Hot 30i. So for this comparison, we will divide the scoring to 5 categories or criteria. And itong mga criteria are crucial sa atin consumers in picking the right device for us. Siyempre, pinaghirapan natin yung pera na yan para lang makabili. So ito na ang mga criteria natin. First is the design. Pangalawa is ang display. And then ang performance and battery. Kay camera. And lastly, panglima is the price and overall value ng device. So guys, we'll be starting off with the design. And guys, always remember that design is very subjective like I always told you. But on this comparison, I will be looking at these devices based on my personal preference. Also, I will include the build-in quality ng device din. Both phones ay walang Gorilla Glass protection but wag ka na lang mag-complain dahil under 5K lang naman to. Pero both naman ay may screen protector out of the box and both are using the water drop notch. Sa bezels, almost identical lang din. Wala akong masyado nakitang differences in terms of front panel nila. The sides niya, both are identical din with placements ng power button, USB-C port, and SIM tray, which both supports dual nano SIM and micro SD card slot. Sa back panel naman, naka-plastic material with glossy finish. Sa build naman, both has a thickness of 8.4mm. But sa weight naman, Hot 30i weighs 191 grams while si S23 4G naman is slightly heavier in 195 grams. Both devices have excellent designs. Si Hot 30i, yung atake niya is very bold and target consumers is close to like a gamer with its diamond cut designs and yung parang may punch like parang ganon. Meanwhile, si ITEL S23 naman is close to being minimalistic but very expensive looking with its camera module na circular. And to be honest, I'm leaning towards the ITEL S23's design more because of the clean look at yung vibe niya. It is not your typical entry-level phone in terms of design naman. Tapos add mo pa yung color changing feature niya which di mo halos makikita sa mga ganitong price range na device. Which for me, I will give the design / build quality winner to ITEL S23 4G. Punta naman tayo sa display. Both phones has a 6.6-inch IPS LCD panel na may HD+ along with the 90Hz refresh rate. Hot 30i has a slightly bigger screen-to-body ratio dahil on paper, it has a 92% screen-to-body ratio compared sa 89% ni S23 4G. Pero in reality, di naman masyado halata. Also in pixel density, si Hot 30i has a 395 ppi or pixels per inch compared to 263 lang ni ITEL S23 4G. In terms of overall display quality naman, both produces nice colors, very enjoyable naman to watch and stream sa device na to. Both have 500 nits peak brightness but for the display, I'll probably give the edge to INFINIX Hot 30i because it has an auto brightness. Which I had issue with ITEL S23 4G. Ay syempre big deal sa akin yan. At di ko na need i-adjust pa ang screen brightness whether I'll go outside or go back inside. Also, I can notice INFINIX displays a bit more clear with the higher PPI niya than S23 4G. Although medyo may pagka-warm ang tone, but when you put each devices side by side and use them, you will really notice na may slight edge si Hot 30i. So sa display quality, I will give it to INFINIX Hot 30i. Moving on to the performance, both phones is powered by same chipset in Unisoc Tiger T606 with Mali G57 MP1 GPU. Both devices are 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And check muna natin ang 2-2 score nila. As you can see, mas malaki ng konti kay ITEL S23 4G but now we will be testing both devices sa speed test. We will be putting them side by side on which device can easily load these applications here guys. Starting from light to heavy application, and check na rin natin which device has better RAM management. So make sure na smooth yung test natin. No apps is running on the background, both devices. Tapos naka-off naman yung RAM expansion. And like I said before, huwag kayo pauto sa gimmick na yan. And marketing lang yan ng mga smartphone brands. And sorry smartphone brands, real talk lang tayo dito para aware yung iba. Both devices naka 4 and 128 variant, and both are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. So let's start with basic apps. First, kay Facebook. ITEL S23 got the first point here. Now kay Twitter naman. Ayun, mas mabilis lang ng konti si Hot30i, so 1 point na rin sa kanya. Punta naman tayo sa TikTok. And ITEL S23 4G ang mas mabilis dito. Now sa YouTube. This time naman kay Hot30i. So current scores natin ay tabla si ITEL S23 4G at INFINIX Hot30i both with 2 points each. Punta naman tayo sa Instagram. Nagba-back and forth lang ang dalawa na to. So another one para kay S23 4G. Now sa Google Chrome browser naman. It's hard to tell sino nauna. So let's take a look sa slow-mo guys. O ayan, nauna si Hot30i but in real time, tabla lang pero I'll give this round to Hot30i. Sa Netflix app naman, and guys, pasensya na, wala akong account dito but for the test lang to and to see how fast they load the app. And ITEL S23 4G was able to load first. And now for mobile games, teka, rearrange ko lang. First, we will be testing the Firelight 84. Si Hot30i ang nauna doon. For Call of Duty Mobile naman, kala ko mauna si Hot30i but ITEL S23 4G was able to catch up and got the point here. Sa Mobile Legends naman, and Hot30i got the score here. And lastly, I see Genshin Impact. And Hot 30i na naman ang nauna dito. So now for the RAM management, let's see if yung 4GB of RAM nila can somehow retain some app na di nagre-refresh. Sa Facebook, and both devices ay nag-refresh. Sa Twitter naman, again, both devices ay nag-refresh. Sa TikTok, both devices ay nag-refresh pa din. Sa YouTube, same pa rin, refresh. Sa Instagram naman, still the same. Sa browser, yun pa rin. Sa Netflix, also the same. Sa games naman, and yun pa rin, nag-refresh. So sa ating speed test, ang nanalo ay si INFINIX Hot 30i at 1 point lang ang lamang niya kay ITEL S23 4G pagdating sa speed test na ginawa natin. Sa UI naman, naka-XOS 10 si INFINIX Hot 30i while si S23 4G naman ay naka-ITEL OS 8 and both are based on Android 12. Both almost have the same skin customization, but out of the box I can see the ITEL S23 4G has a bit lesser bloatwares, but still both are almost the same lang naman. These two devices also have 90Hz refresh rate and very responsive, but I can sometimes notice that Hot 30i's touch sampling rate ay medyo delay kahit pa may 180Hz touch sampling rate to compared sa unspecified ni ITEL S23. Sa fingerprint scanner speed naman, both are quite fast. Sa battery, both are packed by a 5000 mAh battery but charging speed gives Hot 30i an edge dahil naka 18 watts na to compared sa 10 watts lang ni ITEL S23 4G. And yes, di naman masyado malaki difference ng charging speed nila guys, but during my test and review ko on each devices, Hot 30i is slightly faster than S23 4G. But overall battery life can sometimes depend sa kung sino ang gumagamit. But sa akin naman, I would probably consider the Hot 30i just because of the slightly better charging speed. Overall performance including the battery life, multitasking, RAM management at gaming performance, I'll give this round to INFINIX Hot 30i. But very tight lang yung battle nila and ang edge ni Hot 30i, but both can perform well sa mga gaming, almost the same pa rin na performance, but I really have to choose between these two, so INFINIX Hot 30i is the better one. Now for the camera. This is where both devices have differences, which you can really notice and I'll explain to you in a bit. Sa camera module, si ITEL S23 4G ay naka-circular, which houses the 50 megapixel main sensor, and like I said, basura yung other sensor dito. Walang sinabi si ITEL dito, but this is really a single camera setup lang. Kay Hot 30i naman, meron lang siyang 13 megapixel main sensor, and sa selfie cam, both have same 8 megapixel. So now we will take a look at sample shots on their main sensor side by side. Based on these outputs guys, na naka 12 megapixel standard lang si ITEL S23 4G, kasi naman 13 megapixel lang si Hot 30i. So based on these photos, both produces okay photos naman considering the prices of these devices. But as you can see, INFINIX photos appear more warmer by default. It also has more noise sa background, lalo na during low light condition. Sa may enough lighting naman, si ITEL S23 4G is slightly better in terms of saturation. It has a better balance on the contrast, but both devices aren't really that good, but ITEL S23 4G somehow gives you better quality than Hot 30i. Dito din kasi kumikik in ang post-processing ng software nila, and megapixel number isn't a barometer on which camera is better. Sa video capabilities, both can shoot up to 1080p at 30 fps. Okay na rin ang quality, it is what you expect from these budget level devices. So final verdict sa camera, kita nyo naman sa test natin. So ang nanalo sa camera ay si ITEL S23 4G. Now para sa ating last part, which is the pricing. Si INFINIX Hot 30i para sa kanyang base variant na 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage ay nagkakahalaga ng 4,499 pesos, while si ITEL S23 4G naman para sa kanyang base variant na 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage is priced at 3,999 pesos. So difference of about 500 pesos, but both have same chipset, same display na may 90Hz refresh rate at battery capacity. So for the final scoring natin, based dun sa ginawa nating criteria, si ITEL S23 4G ang nanalo sa score na 2 and 3. So in conclusion, ITEL S23 4G is better. It is also cheaper, and you have to consider that this device has a 256GB of variant option for 4,999 pesos lang, which is lesser sa price ni Hot 30i sa kanyang 8-in-128 na meron siyang price tag na 5,299. It also has a better camera system. Sama mo na yung option to have the 50 megapixel, although better charging speed naman si Hot 30i, but that doesn't give much edge sa 10 watts lang ni ITEL S23 4G. Even if the performance is slightly better based on sa ating test, but real-world usage can still depend sa user. It also offers excellent design, pati na yung color changing feature niya, which for me, Hot 30i's design is okay naman, and don't get me wrong guys, iba kasi ang atake niya compared kay ITEL S23 4G. Dahil si ITEL S23 4G is more appealing and more elegant, and overall build quality din, sama mo na yung grip and overall feel ng device. Kaya I'll crown this device as the winner sa ating comparison. But let me know down in the comments below if para sa inyo masulit si Hot 30i or talagang masulit naman si ITEL S23 4G. Sana nag-enjoy kayo sa ating comparison, and once again, this has been Gino. Bye-bye.